more people to be watching them before they start talking. I know. You should see some of these on Facebook. They're super awkward in the beginning.
Okay.
Time is it? Does it say?
It's at like 21.
Oh, okay.
I told you.
No, we're good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How many viewers does it show on there?
Nobody?
None.
It records it though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have it saved to the phone, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're here at the Pop Shop. I'm Eric. This is David. He is the general manager. Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
We're going to talk about Free Comic Book Day and
Tomorrow at 10. Big
tomorrow
day.
at 10. Yes, we will be here.
Biggest day of the year.
Is my only holiday I call off work for.
Yeah, and it should be a holiday. It's every year on the first Saturday of May, which also coincides with the big Marvel release every year. All the stores, all the comic book shops in the country get together and celebrate by giving away millions of comic books. This year we're giving away right around 1,000 books. And we have some sampled out in front of us. Should be a good time. Lots of people in cosplay, and we have some artist, celebrity, and a writer coming in. It'll be a good time.
So these are all these issues are special, right? Get these any other day of the year.
Well,
Unless you
pretty much, yeah. There are some things like this new Suicide Squad. This is issue 1. It is a reprint, but it's otherwise you'd have to buy it. It's the best way to get it when it's free. And but there's some other stuff. There's the new Civil War 2 book is coming out, and Civil War 2 is starting, I think, like in late May, early June. And so this gives you the first information on the story. And to my knowledge, this is like an original story. So this will be the first time that you get a chance to see that. Just like some other ones that are reprints also, but like I think this is this might be an original book also, the DC Girls superheroes. I think the kids are looking forward to that.
So, as a shop owner, how does Free Comic Book Day help the small stores like yours?
It gives us a chance to see people that we wouldn't normally see, I think. Every year, all these movies come out, and they're all there's so many movies based on comic books, and there's a lot of movies that come out people don't even know are based on comic books. And when people find that out, then they'll be like a little more interested in reading it for the first time. And coming in like over the last couple of weeks, the original Civil War book, we've probably sold about a dozen copies of it. Because people didn't get to read it when it originally came out. I'm sure it's not going to be anything like the movie because they typically aren't, but it still gets people reading, and it gets them introduced into comics for the first time. So if they get a chance to get something, like a free book or a couple of free books, then I think it's a good way to introduce people into the whole culture.
So what kind of promotions do you see your store run on Free Comic Book Day special? I noticed a lot of shops do something special, or they have more special books at special prices.
Yeah, we look at 2 different ways. There's one, it's a good time to do a sale, and that helps us to turn inventory. But which is typically like we usually do all of our comics at 20% off. So 20% off tomorrow. So that's a good. That's like the big sale of the year for us as far as discounts go. But as far as like celebrating it, there's a lot of other things going on. One of the people that's coming tomorrow is Keith Thomas, and he is a local comic book writer. he's currently working with Aspen Comics on a Wizard of Oz. It's called Wizard of Oz TikTok, and he's taking over. Issue 1 came out. The writer, who was the original writer, wasn't able to complete the book, and so he ended up completing issues 2 and 3. And those are actually 2 is probably going to print really soon, and then issue 3 will be out 1 month after that. So this will be a chance for people locally to see somebody who's been successful in, you know, his dreams, you know, in accomplishing something special. We've had in the past, we had Joe Caroni, again, another local person that is an artist for Star Wars, and he's done comic books for Star Wars under Dark Horse, and he's also done a lot of books for Star Trek, and he's done some cover work for other IDW books, and an extraordinary artist. He travels all over. Unfortunately, not able to make it this year because he has a lot of other things going on right now. But you know, anytime that I think local people, especially young people, when they have a chance to see that, you know, there's somebody can make a living doing this kind of art, not just coming up with stories, but you know, coming up with the art that's involved in it. I think it's inspiring. It gives them a chance to realize what they can actually accomplish on their own too.
Awesome. Yes. Any questions on there yet?
No.
None?
We got a couple viewers, but nobody's saying anything.
Hey, 2 is better
Well,
than 0.
hello viewers. Send us a question.
Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Oh, that's tough.
I know, right?
Well, and you know, it goes back to the, you know, this idea that I think that the movie is probably not going to have anything to do with the comic book. And, you know, as far as the comic went, of course I had been on Captain America's side. And it's so funny because at the time when that was first published, it seemed like there was this gridlock that was going on in Congress, and everybody was, you know, conservative or liberal, kind of like it still is. And it really was a commentary on that. It was the way the comic book writers, you know, do things, and that's very typical. We've seen that throughout history. And it was funny to me that at the end of the original book, what happens to Captain America was like run on Fox News, and they were like, oh, they took Captain America, but it was like the guys that supported the registration, who would be the same type of viewers that were watching Fox News, who were like the ones that were the fault of it, right? And so it's like people didn't even realize that they were being mocked. And so yeah, it was I don't know, I wonder if they're gonna go all in on this, you know, movie and show everybody how, you know, our country needs to not be divided when it comes to our politics, and I doubt they will, but it'd be great if there was some political commentary.
There's not a lot of ballsy people in Hollywood anymore. not ones that get noticed like on the silver screen, you know.
Well, you know, they're investing money, and they got to play it safe for the most part,
right?
But which is why in the comic books I think that you can see things that you wouldn't normally see in the movies, because the production cost on a comic book is way lower than a movie. So if you're gonna dump, like, you know, a couple $100 million into a movie, you can't offend too many people.
Trial run issue number 0.
Yeah, like this. Hopefully they do something crazy in this, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hate to see the two of them fight. So
Yep.
I'm probably not really going to choose a side.
Go
That's like
Switzerland.
one of the burning questions on Facebook right now is, are you blue or red? It's like,
Purple.
I like all of it.
Yeah. I think let's see, which side is Donald Trump on? I don't want to be on that side. But whatever side Donald Trump is on, I want to be on the opposite. Unless Hillary is on that side. And then I don't want to be on that side either.
There's a lot of people like that.
Just be in the gray area. That's where I'm living. I'm not choosing a side. I like them both.
So do you have a favorite superhero or a favorite comic book?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I can remember buying Infinity Gauntlet, on the newsstand. And, when everybody had spindle racks and all the comics were, tore up when you were buying them because of everybody reading them while they were sitting there for their parents. And it didn't matter. And, but yeah, I mean, I that series was great in its time. Also the X-Men, when they were being drawn by Byrne and John Byrne, and that era was like the perfect time for me to get into comic books. And as far as the current books right now, I've been reading a little bit on and off of the Star Wars. Really enjoying that. I would say my favorite though is I feel silly saying this, is Deadpool.
I don't feel silly because I love Deadpool.
You should see his man cave.
Yeah. It's like I shouldn't like Deadpool.
Nobody should like Deadpool. Everybody loves Deadpool.
I know, that's the problem with it.
7-year-olds love Deadpool.
Yes, they do. I see that. As soon as I said Deadpool, she threw her arms up in the air.
Just she's not allowed to watch the movie.
Yeah. You're too young for the movie.
Yeah.
Wait for the cartoon. Oh wait, no, that's probably not good either.
He was in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, but instead of saying killing, he said, "I unalive people."
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Well, I think that he's also in I think Wolverine versus the Hulk. I don't know what that movie was called, but they did a series on that.
I must have missed that.
We used to have it as a trailer on our TV here for a little while. That's the only reason I know about it. I should watch more, but being a shop owner, sometimes it's hard to get out of this place. Sometimes I have to live here.
Any other special messages about Free Comic Book Day or the store or anything you want to get out there?
Well, yeah, as far as our store goes, we'd love to have you. If you want to come by, you get free comic books, and everybody gets at least 4 books. And there's a lot of other things going on. There's some folks from a local charity called Padawan's Playground. They'll be here. They've been at every single one of them that we've done. Wonderful people, and they're doing a fundraiser. They're trying to open up an interactive children's museum that would be like a science center. And then all the different people that we have coming will give you an opportunity for photo ops with some of your favorite characters. Kylo Ren, I'll tell you what, the guy that's doing Kylo Ren, he looks like him without the mask.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Yeah, he looks exactly like the guy. So it'll be really good. And then what did I just tell you? It was Black Widow. A girl stopped in today that says she's going to be coming out as Black Widow. We had planned on Spider-Man coming too, and all the kids love Spider-Man. You can see a lot of people taking pictures and stuff. So all that's going on. Depending on where you live, if you can't make it to our shop, you owe it to yourself to go to any other comic shop, because almost every comic shop in the country is putting this on. I do know people will travel from town to town and go to as many different comic shops as they can, because everybody's doing something a little bit different.
All right. How many years have you guys been doing Free Comic Book Day?
This is actually our 5th year for Free Comic Book Day. At this location, this is our 2nd year, and because we actually opened 2 years ago today,
Nice.
Yeah. So this was this is where we're at right now. We're celebrating our 2nd year, and but prior to that, I used to work at I had another store that I worked with in downtown Sandusky called the Hero Zone, and they're also doing Free Comic Book Day this year. So that, I think all total, we've probably been working on Free Comic Day for maybe like over 10 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to waste a whole bunch of your time, so
Okay. Well,
thank you
thanks for
very,
coming
very much,
by.
David.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.